Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a while. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys how much my wife and I spend for the delivery for the checkups in KKH. Okay, so let me just prepare my slide. So yes, the date of delivery was during May 29 last year. So that's the reason why we haven't been posting as consistently, is because we just want to spend more time with our kid. Yeah. Next, so there are 3 trimesters, and per visit, the price was about $217. Okay, just the profile, right? So the mother, my wife, is holding a long-term visit pass plus, and I am a Singaporean citizen. My child is also a Singaporean citizen. So how it works here in Singapore is that at least one of the parent holds a Singaporean citizenship. The child will automatically become a Singaporean citizen. Okay, so 3 trimesters. First 3 months, the checkups was about once or twice. I think it was twice per month, so a total of 6. Similar to the second trimester, and then the third trimester was about twice per month, but nearing to the date of delivery, which was about 30th May 2024. That was the predicted day of delivery. So for the last 3 to 4 weeks, it will be weekly to just check how's the progress going so far. So yeah, here's the receipt that we've got. So it's about $201 before GST, and then after GST at that time was 8%. It was about 217. So I feel like if you want to know the ballpark figure, this is a good idea. Okay, the next is every time we go and check up, this is the medicine that the doctor will always give us, which is the Obimin, which will complement or increase the iron for the mom. Next, alright, so we were admitted on the 28th of May 2024. The EDD date was 30th of May. So we were very, very close, and we were admitted after dinner. So we were having our dinner. Then my wife, she went to the toilet, and then she realized, oh, she saw some bleeding, and also she feels the contractions happening already. So we called the hospital, and then they said, yeah, you should just come here, and then we can see whether you guys are ready to give birth. And yep, so we were. So we were admitted about 9:40 p.m. Yeah, this is us. Alright. Okay, so then after which, you get to choose the ward. So the ward that we chose was room C, women's only. Over here you can see how it looks like. Okay, yeah. So it's quite nice, quite spacious. It's quite. I mean, you get some sort of privacy with the curtains per bed. Okay, so the delivery suite here, as you can see, looks something like this. So yeah, this is where your wife is gonna be at, and this is where I was sleeping. Yeah, I didn't sleep much because I was so excited, anticipating for the birth of our child, and this is where your child is gonna be at for them to do further testings and further monitoring. Okay, it's alright. Then next, let me get back to this. Okay. So next is the delivery cost. So the reason why I'm showing this first is simply because I'm a Singaporean, and we have this thing called CPF, which is kind of like our retirement fund for the future. But we in the CPF, we have this account called the MediSave account. So we are allowed to use the MediSave account to help aid for any medical fees during the delivery. So we opt for that. So you can see here the top one, to pay for mommy. So how it works is that they will withdraw out from your Medisave first, one for mommy, one for the baby. So the baby, they remove 1.5k. For the mommy, was 3.650. So more details you can find it in the CPF website. Just type how much Medisave can I use during the delivery of my child. Okay, so this is just from my account. After which the delivery took a total of 19 hours. So kudos to my wife. Very proud of her. I saw the whole thing. I was there the entire time. Because not just for moral support, but however I can help the nurses, the doctors, and all that. So our baby was born 29th of May about 4:30 p.m. Can see here, and it was a long but unforgettable experience, I would say. So yes, okay. Brings back memories. Alright, so the food that she would get after the delivery is quite healthy. A bit of protein, chicken, veggie, rice, some soup, and watermelon. So during the pregnancy, she was not allowed to eat, just drinking water. So man, after that, I have so much more respect for mothers out there, right? For all the work that they do. It's no joke, man. Alright, next is the NICU. So NICU, So I hope that none of y'all will have to go through this. It's where they will monitor premature kids or kids with issues, babies with certain issues and stuff like that. So when we went there, our hearts just was very heavy because we get to see all the incubators that had all the babies in there. So unfortunately our child had to be admitted to the NICU simply because she pooped during the delivery in the womb of my wife, and also she developed fever. So fever was about 38 degrees, and they also had to use an instrument during the delivery. So we had to admit her to the NICU for further examination. But thankfully, after 3 to 4 days, they said she's cleared and good to go. Okay, next. So this is the instruments that we use. It's called like a vacuum, but it's not a vacuum per se. It's more of a suction. So it will stick onto the head of the baby, and they will just airtight it around the head, and they'll pull it out until the head of the baby is out. So after that, they won't use it anymore. They just keep pushing. So but at all times, the doctor will always try to not use certain instruments because it might affect the baby. So it was taking too long, and also we felt that we need help. And thankfully, we didn't go to the extent of the cesarean. Okay, next. So this is the delivery cost for the mom. If you can see here, before the government subsidy, it was about 7.4k. After government subsidy, it was minus 5.7k thereabout. So the total number that we had to pay was 1.7k. But remember, the Medisave deduction they made previously was 3.650. So we had a surplus. So the surplus was 1.7 as well. So the surplus will be credited back to your Medisave. So zero cash for mommy. Next will be baby. So baby, as you know now, she was admitted to the NICU. So her bill was slightly higher than expected. It was 4.5k. Government subsidy was about 2.4k. And after the Medisave use 1.5, we had to pay a balance of $637 for the baby's for the baby's delivery costs. Okay, after which the post checkup, the doctor gave us an open date because everything was fine, thankfully. No major issues. So we didn't have to spend much. So here are some tips and advice that we keep receiving from the doctors, is that walking really helps with the position of where the baby head is. So the reason is that during the 6 months, our baby was not at the right place. 6 or 7 months, yeah. By right, the head of the baby should be at the bottom. But during that time, her head was still here. So the doctor tells us to keep walking. So we keep walking and walking and walking until the time when we went to our next visit. And yeah, thankfully, her head was at the right place. So yes, number 2 is eat well. I know a lot of cravings and all that, but try to manage that if possible, because the next one is that there's this thing called the gestational diabetes. I'm not pronouncing it right, but basically it's a diabetes during pregnancy. You can develop it during the pregnancy. We had to go towards the foreigner route because my wife is a foreigner, so they don't charge the prices for the package based on the husband, because the wife is the one being admitted, so the wife will be receiving the foreigner rate. So my wife is a foreigner by LTVP plus, and the package cost was about 1.8. So it's 6 visits included in the package, and the remaining of the 7 visits, it's about 217 per visit. So 1.80, 1.5, medicine about 250, cash for the mom is about, we didn't have to pay much, we didn't pay anything. And ICU for the baby is 637, post pregnancy for 1 visit. So total we had to just pay 3.7k. So yes, another thing to take note is that when it comes to the visit is priced under the mom. So the reason why it's $217 is simply because my wife is not a Singaporean or a PR. I believe that if you are a Singaporean mother, it will be cheaper. I'm not sure how much, because we wouldn't know. So yes, okay, so throughout this video, I hope you guys have a sense of how much it is to give birth in Singapore under the public hospital, and also how much you guys need to prepare. And I do wish that you guys, if ever want to give birth, have a smooth and healthy delivery. I think what's most important for us is not about the delivery prices and all that. I mean, money we can always earn. Let's say if we ever had to do an emergency C-sec, it will come out a lot more, right? But what's most important is that we have a healthy baby. I think that one money cannot buy. So yes, I hope that this video has helped you, give you some sort of perspective of how much it is. So if you guys have any other questions, do leave your comments down below, your questions down below, and I will try my best from my expertise and my knowledge and my experience to help you guys all along the way. So yes, till then, thank you so much, guys.